scientific correlation between physical abilities and the risk of falling in elderly persons between the ages of 60 to 19. Chía, Cundinamarca. Participants of the project: Diogo Rodríguez, Karen Solórzano, Inés Cantillo. Bachelor of Sports Science Research, Project IV. It was decided to carry out this project since it was identified as a problem that the world population is aging at accelerated steps. So it can be identified that the quality and life expectancy of the elderly has a notable decrease. As a consequence, there is a loss of physical qualities which lead to family dependency and a greater risk of falling in this population. Question: what is the relationship between conditional physical abilities and the risk of falling in older adults in the municipality of Chía, Cundinamarca? With aging, we can observe a series of features that stand out and that go into approaches, gains and losses. In losses is highlighted hearing, sight, height and muscle mass, as well as memory loss, agility and speed, and gains, gray hair, varicose veins, fat weight and hernias. General objective: identify the relationship between conditional physical abilities and the risk of falling in the elderly. Specific objectives. The first was to characterize the anthropometric variables of weight, height and BMI of the older adult between 60 and 90 years of age in Chía. Subsequently, characterize the conditional physical abilities of the older adult between 60 and 90 years of age in Chía using the Senior Fitness Test Protocol for Clee and Jones, 2001. Lastly, to assess the risk of falling in older adults between 60 and 90 years of age in Chía using the Tinetti Scale Protocol, Dr. Tinetti, 1998. As methodology, we use a type of longitudinal study, scope correlational approach, quantitative design, non-experimental. The population were all older adults from Chía, Cundinamarca, who belong to the Mayor's Senior Program and the Municipal Institute of Recreation and Sport of the municipality. The first test was the Senior Fitness Test, which consists of 8 tests for the independence of the elderly. And the second was the modified Tinetti scale, which consists of 18 tests divided into 3 large groups, in chair, standing and running. Comparison analysis between the variables of functional physical abilities and the risk of falling. Significant differences: the greater the prehensile force, the lower the risk of falling. The lower the flexibility of the upper limbs, the moderate the risk of falling. The older the risk of falling, the heavier the risk of falling and the lower the resistance. Regarding the result obtained from the population in relation to the risk of falling according to the Tinetti scale, it is identified that a percentage of 51.29% of the population presents a lower risk of falling. 36.36% moderate risk and higher risk 11.35%. Adding the percentages of the population that present some risk, it is identified that 47.71% present a risk of falling. The data obtained by the linear regression between the risk of falling and conditional physical capacity, it is evident that there is a significant difference between MI strength and increased risk, and between MS strength and increased risk. As conclusions, we were able to analyze the following. It was found that about 47% of the population are at risk of falling. The resistance values present a significant statistic in relation to the risk of higher fall, as well as the prehensile strength at a lower risk and the flexibility of the upper limit moderate risk of fall. Thanks to everyone.